Hey, what's up, guys? So I was talking to a client the other day, and they said, "Hey, in your content, you seem to make a big deal out of private property, Thesoftspokenshaman, but don't you know that we can't really own anything?" And I said, "Yeah, you're 100% correct, and I've gone into this before. See, the thing is, it ain't about ownership. Private property was never about ownership. It's always been about control. And by that, I mean, on your own property, there's a invisible force field respected by law where nobody can enter onto your property. You've got privacy. You have a reasonable expectation of privacy, which you don't have in the public. It's a privilege, a freedom that can be bought. Just the other day, I was putting some windows, the last remaining windows in my house, and a sheriff's deputy rolled up to my gate. And so I said, "Oh, that's curious. I wonder what this is about." So he didn't come on the property because, well, he can't, because he respects the law. So I went up, and he was telling me, he's like, "Hey, man, I want to introduce myself. I'm, deputy, whatever." And he said, "I'm going to be on your street quite a bit. I've been getting some calls about people speeding down the road." And I said, "Oh, okay. Well, hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. People on my street, the few spread out properties in my street, these people are quite wealthy, so, they don't really want that low down, trashy behavior." Now, the other reason he came over is because he had heard from another deputy who I'm friendly with that I'm in the market for buying a donkey or two. And so he actually raises donkeys. So he came over to introduce himself. And it was just really kind gesture, which is something that we get out here that I don't take for granted. Really genuine kindness from the public officials out here. But that's one of the things about private property that also affords you, is that the authorities treat you better. Just officials treat you better because you're paying into the system. And, what else is there to say about that other than that there's mutual respect? So ultimately, yes, private property, you can't own it. You can't own the dirt. But what you can do is you can control it. And it allows you to level up in terms of expanding your freedom, expanding your privacy. We all know when you're out in the public, sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. People looking at you, what the people are doing around you, people not minding their business. Well, the great thing about private property is it creates this force field where people must mind their own business. Or if they're going to look in on you, it's got to be from the street, which is why people like me build their house, quite a bit back away from the street. So the main thing about private property is it allows you to buy a higher level of freedom. When you get to a certain point in life, when it's stacking your chips or whatever, doing good in your business or your job, typically, there are people who still want to be in an apartment or live in the city, true, but there are a great amount of people who want to take the chips that they stacked up and turn that into, a parcel of land or a house where they can get away from the people. And so that's what private property affords you. It affords you privacy if you care about that. Not everybody does, but it typically is a trait of more intelligent people. They do want to have a buffer between them and the public, at least when they want, when you're on your own terms, be at home when you don't want to be around people, and then go out in public when you want to be social and jovial and friendly and amicable and all that stuff, but that's what it is. So hopefully that helps elucidate to some people why you'd want private property, because some people are like, well, why do I need land? Why do I need a house? Well, I just elucidated why you may want to have that. It's also an investment asset, and all that. Anyways, Happy New Year, guys. I'll see you in 2025. Thesoftspokenshaman@gmail.com. You see the image above. Have a sale on my wealth preservation 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 volumes. Thesoftspokenshaman@gmail.com. You can also hit me up if you want to read my 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 volume series, The Forbidden Laws of Success. Take care. See you in 2025.